I'm Nikki and I'm not quite sure how to start this video because one, I've been a bit sick, so my wearable blanket is back, and two, this whole video is a do-over because I made this video last night and edited it and I ended up losing the whole thing. So this is going to be my second reaction, and what I'm doing today is I ordered 2 mystery boxes of books from bookworldsireland.ie. They were doing an offer, buy one box get one free, and they actually buy all their books from charities which would go to waste otherwise, so that's really good. So there were different genres you could pick and I picked for both of mine, just mix, and I will just go through them. So I have An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, and this one is, this one was about someone who took a picture of a sculpture and they ended up going YouTube viral, and then what happened to them with fame and things like that. I've got The River by Peter Heller, and this one is about two friends on a journey in the wilderness and there's a fire and other stuff goes wrong. I've got Testament of Youth by Vera Brittain. In the First World War, and she was a nurse and then she lost her husband, and I actually just bought a book last week about World War II, so there's a lot of education and history and things in these books, which is really cool. So I've got Lucky Man, the autobiography by Greg Lake, who is a superstar. He's in a band, and so I don't actually know who he is, but I'm gonna find out. So I have Saturday Bloody Saturday, which is about football, but then it's also about the start of the IRA, so that is definitely something that I want to learn more about as well. I've got Trevor McDonald's autobiography, An Improbable Life, and he recounts his experience of world events and interviews with globally famous or notorious figures. I've got Down and Out in Paris and London and The Road to Wigan Pier by George Orwell, which I actually haven't read, so that'll be good. So this is the one book that I have hated since I was in school, Wuthering Heights, and I know it's a classic and everything, but I will give it another try. But I got Fear by Dirk something, and this one looks really good. A family has been terrorized by their neighbor, and it says you die for your family, but would you kill for them? And then I've got The Dying Detective, a mystery, which is about it's a retired detective is in the hospital, and to save himself boredom he starts looking into a murder case, and I love murder mysteries. So House on Vesper Sands, which is, it's something about London in the snow and a church and falling in love and things like that. David Copperfield by Charles Dickens, which is a comedy and tragedy. The only one that I've actually read, well, half read, because I never actually finished it. Don't tell my English teacher that, was Wuthering Heights. So out of all these, Spark, guy who plays with fire and then he gets blamed when his village goes up in flames. And I've got Nefertiti, which is about, she was married to the Prince of Egypt. She has to keep the nation from being torn apart, and she's prepared to sacrifice her sister. Fine and Cold Domain, I like her books, and there's an archangel in this. I've got Spiritual Wisdom from the Celtic World, which is about St. Patrick. Walk In by John Scalzi, and this one is about a virus. One of the symptoms is being fully awake and aware but unable to move or respond, so that sounds terrifying, and the president's wife and daughter both have it. Then I've got The Nation's Favourite Poems, which has poems from Tennyson, Wordsworth, etc., etc. And the last one is Ex-Girlfriends United. It's about a website where you can go and rate your ex-boyfriend, and this guy's getting trashed on there and what'll happen. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will try to post this without deleting it this time. I shouldn't have really sat on a twisty chair, because now I'm just gonna, I can't help twisting. Anyway,